Your food parcels, groceries, medicines, at-home beauty services and whatnot are now part of our lives. Now getting goods delivered at a doorstep is the new order. Yes, India's gig economy, which has brought conveniences to the doorstep, is burgeoning. And to go by numbers, it is expanding beyond estimates. The Economic Survey of 2023-24 projects it to reach 23.5 million workers by 2029-39, roughly 3 times the estimated 7.7 million workers in 2020-21. While the ASSOCHAM anticipates the gig economy to grow at a CAGR of 17%. However, the conveniences have come at the cost of the gig workers, from the delayed wages, long hours, lack of access to washrooms, spaces to rest and social security concerns. In fact, a recent BCG report stated that the gig economy has the potential to service up to 90 million jobs in India's non-farm economy alone, transact over $250 billion in volume of work and contribute an incremental 1.25% to the GDP over the long term. And as the gig economy rapidly expands, the central government is now trying to make the workforce more inclusive by urging platform aggregators to register the gig workers on the eShram portal to access social benefits, while also helping develop an accurate registry of the beneficiaries. Upon registration, platform workers will receive a universal account number or a UAN, which will allow them access to key social security benefits. Now, the aggregators have also been requested to regularly update workers' details, including work engagement and payments. With approximately 30 crore workers currently registered on the portal, they are eligible for federal social welfare schemes, including free rations at their workplaces and publicly funded social insurance. States have generally responded fairly positively to the scheme. However, there are some challenges pertaining to the legal definition of the employee-employer relationships, wages and working hours. The Indian government is also planning on a bill for the gig workers' social security and might ask companies in the gig economy to allocate part of their revenues ranging from 1 to 2% towards establishing this fund, which would offer health insurance and other benefits to workers. For the first time, the definition of gig worker or platform worker had been included in the Code on Social Security 2020. The gig workers bill aligns well with the Social Security Code but is yet to be implemented, as the rules have not been prepared by all the states. The code requires state governments to assist the gig workers to obtain registration and facilitate their enrollment and help address issues related to their employment by the respective state governments as per the provisions of the labor laws. The Code on Social Security 2020 aims to frame suitable social security schemes for gig workers and platform workers on matters relating to life and disability cover, accident insurance, health and maternity benefits, old age protection and etc. Meanwhile, the Karnataka government has plans of per transaction cess for gig workers' social security and welfare fund and is looking to include money from the cess, grants by the government and contributions by individual platform-based gig workers. The discussions over the bill has been ongoing for months now and is likely to be introduced in the winter session of the legislature later this year. The cess, whose quantum is not yet known, will be levied on every transaction that happens on the aggregator platforms. And with the upcoming festive season, a report by NLP Services projects a surge of 10 lakh jobs. The gig economy is creating a shift in employment trends and enhancing access to jobs across geographies, with women benefiting from the flexibility and variety of roles available as well. So the gig economy is here to stay, so lots more coming up.